don't know about you, but playing at instant speed is just kind of a-okay. It's pretty damn super decent. And I like it just because you get to do what you want. And I think every Magic player wants to do it. The creature players, the equipment players, heck, even the mono white players. Everyone wants to have onus in the game of Magic that they're playing. And one of the decks that can do that the best is Control, historically. Draw-Go Control. You draw your cards, you got a stack full of answers, and you do what you want at your opponent's expense. And historically, one of the more notable Control decks of time that took over Modern, took over Standard, is the Wilderness Reclamation control deck, just because it allowed you to untap your lands at end step and have more options, so you could play out your turn and still untap and hold up counter magic. It was a very powerful effect when you thought about it in that sense. For Modern specifically, and when you're playing against Modern Mill, is very frustrating as a Mill player to play against this deck. It's a more recent list because of some key aspects to it. Largely, you have to remember that control decks are very good matchups for Mill. They're very dirtily, they don't have a great clear win condition, so you can deploy a lot of resources. And I mean, the longer the game goes, the less cards they have in their deck, right? So in terms of the attrition rules, you just beat them naturally. The problem is this deck specifically had one key, very frustrating card, and that was Nexus of Fate. And before we hop into that specifically, we can tell that with the deck here, the CMC of this deck is relatively high. We have cards like Fire Ice, we have cards like Wilderness Reclamation that ruin our chances with Tasha's Hideous Laughter. But the exile effect is actually really important when you think about a card like Nexus of Fate, because Nexus of Fate gets shuffled back in whenever it's put in the graveyard from anywhere. So with Tasha's, it never enters the graveyard. You actually do get the chance to kind of exile. Once that's done, there's no more reshuffling. You're fine. And that notably means that cards like Ashiok Dreamrender don't actually work against Nexus of Fate, because Ashiok says that the cards are put into the graveyard first and then shuffled back in. And so the state-based action kind of replacement effect of Nexus of Fate kind of acts in between the Ashiok the ability kind of going kind of starting to resolve and resolving completely. So you would also need cards like Ashiok Nightmare Weaver. But I'm going on too much of a tangent, because in the games you're going to play today and you're going to see I said it was a good matchup, right? I mean, my opponent just wasn't playing Nexus of Fate for some reason, so we had a pretty damn good time. I'll let you enjoy the games. Yeah, I think you probably just get more out of Tasha's like a lot of the time, but like, I don't even know. What's the CCG player thing you talk about? I'm not on my computer at the moment. I have no idea what you're talking about. Yo, we will be discussing it live after this game. I'll probably throw it up as a YouTube video, but someone in the chat can probably give you a quick preview. So let's see here. I think I probably just Shelldock Isle. They know I'm Mill, but I Shelldock Isle. Probably put Tasha's underneath. Like Misty Rainforest tells me this is a deck that probably Tasha's is not great against, but we'll see. Let's see what happens. Sagal's Triumph. Okay. Let's hit you with that. Counters Wilderness Wreck? Huh? Bitter Blossom Sultai Reclamation? Thank God I bought him the Tasha's, because that's not gonna be a good card here. Sultai Reclamation. My fam. Sultai Reclamation. Okay, so they played out Bitter Blossom, which is great here because I can just like kind of aggro them out here. I can get them to exactly 20 and then draw 3 cards here. Unless they have Force. If they have Force, I'm fine with them. Well, I'm pretty fine with the resource exchange. Just gonna draw 3 cards. Yeah, if they don't have it, but okay, so I think we should generally be able to get here. Like they're not like cryptic looping us or anything, so let's see what happens. So they have one of these. They might have Archmage's Charm. Strike Typhoon's a thing. There's 2 counter spells, 2 Archmage's Charm in their thing. They're gonna, I should have countered that, truly. It's fine, it doesn't matter either way. They could get rid of a card. It's probably Fractured Sanity. Like I can kill this either way, so it's fine. Yeah, so they got rid of the Tasha's, that's fine. That's actually pretty big. Actually be able to go off pretty hard here. I hit the Zagoth. Triumph. Get Swamp. I'm not misclicking my lands here. Get Swamp. And then I Fatal Push the Click. Because I would, if they counter this, I'd rather them do that than Archive Trap. Then hit them for 13. And they don't have much at this point. Yeah, so GG's to that. Okay, so this is just like, I mean, we got off to a nutty start, right? Like the fact that they tapped out for Bitter Blossom was like not good for them. That was not cute. So Crypt Incursion, not great. Murderous Cut, Ensnaring Bridge, like I could play Ashiok because it's like a 3-color deck. I think like Ashiok. Like I don't think Visions is the type of game we want to play. Probably not, but maybe Ashiok isn't either. Like I kind of want the Extirpates because this is going to be a very, like I kind of want the Extirpates. Like maybe Ashiok just like, I could also take out Tasha's. Tasha's not great here. There's gonna be a lot of high CMC stuff. Well, that works out perfectly. Yeah, I think I'll play it like this. Oh, there's one card that I can bring back. Maybe just like a Tasha's for the sake of just like mill density. Like, does this deck bring in Endurance? This deck brings in Veil against us, right? This deck plays Veil against us. So Tasha's is better. This deck just plays Veil against us. Okay, cool. Run it. There might be an Endurance, but there's not enough green to merit Endurance in this deck. It'd be wild. It'd be wild. All right, keep it. It sounds fun. Especially if they like tap out and start doing some garbage. Like they really got to Thoughtseize us off the rip here. Take a crab. It might. Oh, interesting. All right, Crab, go to Jesus. Might just have the removal spell here. No, they don't. Interesting. What are they going to play on 2? Bitter Blossom? You tap out for Blossom, like, oh, you have a 1-land hand. Oh, opponent. Oh, no. No. This is not how you play the game. This is not a good game plan. Oh, they just boarded in their whole sideboard. This is why you have... Yo, if they don't have a shuffle effect, if they do not have a shuffle effect, this is not going to be cute. They just boarded in their whole sideboard. This is not a good game plan. They brought in Force Negations. Okay. This is not a good game plan, opponent. Lordy Lord. I might actually just take your lands at this point. I might actually just take Misty, truly. I truly might just take Misty here. Yeah, like, if they're not going to find lands, I'm just going to take Misty. Like, I don't even care. Like, I could take Force, but, like, why? Like, I'm just gonna take Misty. Okay, so they have like... Okay, so they have like... They have Wreck. Okay, so I took some of their... So they have the ability to play Endurance here. They have Force. Okay. Okay, so this is an interesting hand. This is an interesting hand. This is gonna be an interesting hand. Okay, so I gotta keep a Force Negation. It's really just gonna be about aggroing them out. Okay. Play Watery Grave tapped. This is really interesting. Okay, and again, the Endurance call, sorry, the land call here was again just because if you're gonna keep on 1-land hands, then... Okay, so you can force this. I'm gonna draw out the force here. Use your resources. All you want, I don't care. Force this. Force this right now. Good. You suck at this game. You are absolutely trash. You are so bad at this game, it hurts. You are so bad at this game, it hurts. This is the worst resource exchange I've ever seen. This is egregious. This is so bad. Like, I actually feel so bad for them. This is like the worst level of desperation I've ever seen. This is so bad. Like, you are not, like, you did not need to do that at that point in that game. That was so bad. Like, what are they going to do? Draw land here? They might just get lucky, draw land here. Nah, you lost the game. sorry opponent, you have lost the game. That was the single worst research exchange I've ever, like, that like in recent times. Maybe I've experienced like worse, but like that was bad. That was pretty ugly. And now, like, you've pitched your Assassin's Trophy. What are the chances you find another? Right? Like, now I'm gonna play this Ashiok, and your graveyard's just slowly like getting inched away. So have fun with that. The Misties are all gone, right? Like already, like I took out the Misties, and at that point, I'm just taking your lands, right? Like I've gotten rid of 2 islands, 1 Triome. Yeah, this is, yeah, you suck. You like, get good. Like this, that was so bad. Oh.